in the morning. I hear it in the background. She's watching it too, saying, "This is what you're doing."
Bought and sold on the dark web.
Thank you. Here you go.
Find out now if your identity has been compromised. Go to Experian and get a free dark web scan. Only at
Live studio classes. Anytime, anywhere, on any equipment. Peloton Digital is here.
life doesn't give you many second chances.
With innovative solutions you won't find anywhere else. Act now and gain an edge on your competition and get the most out of your advertising in 2019. Spectrum Reach. Never stop reaching.
Weather can change.
Clear. It's an invisible liner from Smile Direct Club. Our liners take teeth like these and transform them into those. They discreetly take this and turn it into that.
With uncontrolled moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis, you never know how your skin will look. And it
Okay, man.
left her bag on a subway bench while in a rush to make her flight back home to Kazakhstan for the holidays. She says all that money was meant to buy her children's Christmas presents, and she never thought she'd get it back until she got a call with the good news.
Richard is an extremely honest person, and what he's done changed her perception of how people live in the United States.
Pretty much it wasn't mine, and I knew somebody, was in pretty bad shape at that point, was pretty upset, so it was never any question about turning it in.
Rita Roy, thank you so much, affiliate WCBS with that. And the woman also donated $1,000 to a children's charity in... Welcome to the show. Great to have you on board. We want to talk to you about 2020 politics, but first let's talk about the issue at hand. In Washington, with so many federal employees getting paychecks today with a big fat zero on them, what is it going to take to end this shutdown? What's it going to take to push Mitch McConnell over the edge and perhaps get him to cut a deal? And if the president cuts a deal on Dreamers, a strong one, would that be a way to ending the shutdown?
Well, first, Mika, let's put all of this in context, right? The president at this point is holding the American people hostage over his vanity project. That's what's happening. And this is a crisis of his own making. I find it outrageous, and it would be fascinating if it weren't potentially so destructive.
It's still a little on the dark side. It's January 11th, 2019, Midtown Manhattan. It is really, really cold. Wind chill right now.
Yeah.
In the double digits.
I've got
Oh,
to
yeah.
download that song.
Mexico would pay for. President Trump is reportedly moving closer to declaring a national emergency to bypass Congress and use unspent federal funds to build his border wall. He's reportedly asking for money appropriated for disaster relief, including relief efforts in the wake of Hurricane Maria that killed 3,000 people in Puerto Rico. So, if this happens, the wall
Is going to keep out so-called terrorists, which we know is not true, in the interest of public safety, when each day he is choking the very people who are responsible for actually making sure that we have public safety every day as Americans. It's outrageous. I mean, we should put this in context.
Should Democrats and Republicans at this point be meeting on their own? Should they try to find a way around the president? Can there be some unity in at least agreeing that
So you can understand sort of that bewilderment moment where she's probably having to talk to investigators about exactly what she's been going through for the last few months.
I mean, really.
For growth of 6 to 6.5% growth, compared to last year's target of around 6.5. The new target will be unveiled in March.
Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin, says that he expects more high-level trade talks with China within the coming weeks. Here's what he told reporters late yesterday.
The
current intent is that the
vice
premier...
Common sense, it really is. When you think of it, whether you're into the world of law enforcement, like these incredible folks behind us that unman the wall so easily, I mean, it would make their job so much better. And they could also go to other areas.
Thank goodness that she was out there to provide help, because let me tell you something, it's very cold out here, and I can only imagine what she might have been dealing with as she was walking.
Yeah, I can hear it.
The smoke, you could feel it was in the air. And I met with these families who will never be able to return to a home they only knew. I met with firefighters when I was in Paradise, California, who, as they were fighting fires, knew that their homes had burned down. These are the real stories behind this political manipulation that is happening. And it is absolutely irresponsible. And it is not only irresponsible, and we can sit back and talk and drink our coffee about, oh, this is outrageous. It's actually harmful on a daily basis to real people who have a right to believe that their government and its leaders will act in their best interest and not in their selfish interests. And that's what's happening. And it's a farce. It's a farce, because this is all happening in the so-called interest of public safety. Well, what about first responders? What about people whose lives...
Emergency and get the money. Now, there's reports that we're going to get it. They told the Army Corps of Engineers we're going to need some of that money that we gave
in certain directions in very minor ways. This has never been done before. When a president is explicitly refuted by Congress, Congress says, no, we will not allocate this money, to say the president, in defiance of the Constitution, using this law, will do it anyway. It's a real difference. And, Marco Rubio yesterday said, well, what happens when a Democrat is president and they say climate change is an emergency? Can they just spend money the way they want? I mean, Democrats might like money spent on climate change, but the idea that Congress doesn't control the purse would be a major change.
Right, once you break the precedent, then...
Incredible Hulk? Incredible Hulk!